Hello, and welcome to another Beauty Bartender. I'm your hostess, Kate. Today, we are all about keeping it simple, stupid. And to join us, we have just a touch of bourbon on the rocks. Simple, elegant, and a little bit tough. Under the heading of keeping it simple, stupid, we'll start at the beginning and we'll end at the end. At the beginning, washing your face, moisturizing your face. I like to use the Olay Regenerist Wipey Wipes. They have some sort of anti-age or whatever. They wipe my face off. I use the Makeup Forever eye makeup remover. Sensitize. It's a cream so that I can literally put it in my eye and it doesn't hurt. And then moisturizer. Now I'm a huge snob about moisturizer. All of these things are relatively inexpensive. I do love a little bit of Regenerist. You can get this in fragrance free now, so every single person in the entire world can use it. It's a great little moisturizer. But then I have my secret weapons. I have my La Prairie, and I have my Creme de la Mer. I love Creme de la Mer because when my skin was more sensitive, when I had really bad eczema, it was one of those things that actually fixed it. And the woman who made me try it for the first time, I did not believe her at all, and then my skin was better. So basically, I spend my $200 every 6 months on this guy, and then just dole it out and then mix it up with my Olay. Classy. So there is a way to have excellent, expensive skincare totally right next to your drugstore awesome Olay cheapness. Next is foundation. Foundation doesn't have to be hard. Ask someone at a department store to help you get the exact right color. I like, because I'm a snob, I love the La Mer Fluid Foundation. But I also love True Match from L'Oreal, I think, and the drugstore. So once you find a match in a department store, you can figure that out and take it to the drugstore and compare. But I always say start with an expert. Start with someone who really spends some time with you finding the right color. The Bobbi Brown counter is always awesome for that. Now, depending on what kind of foundation you're using, people will tell you to use a foundation brush or not to use a foundation brush. I like putting on foundation with my fingers because basically the warmth of your fingers is going to help naturalize it on the warmth of your skin. So, and I can also move it and blend it a little bit more and less. You can actually see all my redness disappears. So I hate concealer because it looks like concealer most of the time. And if you have big circles, you need to use a lot of concealer and then it just looks like you just put on a whole bunch of concealer. So everybody's different and everybody needs a different product. I honestly believe that. Bobbi Brown has amazing correctors. Like if you have very serious green purple color underneath your eyes, if you have more redness around your eyes, more allergy eyes, there's correctors for that. If you don't wander around constantly thinking about the under eye circles that you have, use a little bit of extra foundation. Here's the coverage level. Here is tinted moisturizer, here is foundation, and way up here is concealer. It's so concentrated. Now, when I do use concealer, I use Clay de Peau And Clé de Peau is super duper expensive. I think it's like up to 80 bucks now. But one concealer that I use every single day probably lasts me 6 months. And you would totally spend that much money on your hair. So it's a stick, it's silky smooth, it doesn't show lines, and basically, let's see if it'll focus, it just smooths the entire eye area out. Now, you can also hit a Shiseido, hit a NARS. They're the same company, so they have some of the same elements in their concealer. And over the counter at the drugstore, Neutrogena has a really great concealer that I specifically use on acne. What do we do if we only have like a minute to do our eye makeup? We spend hours and hours thinking about all of these like super duper awesome cat eyes and smoky eyes and blah 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 blah. But what if we need to run out the door? Brown eyeliner, very simply, and I'm going to make it just a little bit angled at the end so that we get a little bit of the cat eye. A trick of the trade, take your eyeliner, try to make it smudge proof or waterproof, and get underneath your lashes. Even that by itself makes your lash line look thicker and more consistent. I am such a hooker for mascara. So, I love Makeup Forever, I love Armani, I love YSL, but it dries out in like 2 days. And I like CoverGirl, and I like that voluminous one in the orange thing. I like a lot of different mascaras. When you put mascara on, you want to make sure that you're getting both sides of the lashes, because lashes are built in two rows. So if you're only doing one row, you're not getting the top. So always go on the top and on the bottom. And it creates that beautiful, thick, gorgeous lash. My skin is dry as a bone, so I very rarely powder my makeup unless I'm super hot or super oily. And even if you're like a Kuwait oil field, I still be very careful with powder. Powder has a tendency to build up, and it has a tendency to make you create more oil because you're getting rid of all the surface oils on your skin, so your body's going to create more. I bring this up because I'm going to use a stick blush that I love. This is actually a multiple, so you can use it on your eyes, cheeks, and lips. It's from NARS. It's called South Beach. And I literally draw it on my face like a crazy old woman. And it has a bronze tone to it. And then I haven't powdered yet, so my skin is still really creamy from my foundation. And it just blends in, just giving me that perfect shape. It's a great way to blush without having to figure out exactly where to put it, which by the way is across your cheekbone, and the heart of the color should be on the smile. But you don't have to worry about that if it's a creamy stick. You just blend it through your cheeks until you have a nice glowy skin. So it's more about skin than blush. I have a confession to make. I was just going through my drawer looking for lipstick for the next phase, and I totally discovered this like really, really pretty Estee Lauder metallic brown eyeshadow just hanging out right there. And so I took this kind of pointy brush and I brushed it like right along my lashes so that I get like this really bronzy, metallic, glittery kind of thing. I couldn't help it. I couldn't stop myself. It's really pretty. Look at that color. It's like gorgeous. And it's never been used, which strikes me as odd. But I have a bunch of things in this drawer. So, all right, applying lipstick. Papua from NARS. Make sure that you have a nice pointy point. Actually sharpen your pencils instead of wearing them down to a nub and wondering why they don't look so good. And what I like to do is fill in my lip. With the pencil. So it makes everything stay on a little bit more. Just follow the outline of your lip. Just color in the lines. Just that simple. Your lip liner is done. Lip liner is kind of on the outs right now, but I still like it. This is Mind Game from NARS as well. I use it a lot, can you tell? And it's a boring buttery brown, but I can wear it every single day with every single outfit, and nobody is ever going to call me out for wearing something weird or gross. I wear red lipstick a lot too, so that I don't have to wear a lot of other makeup. I just wear like a nice bright red Cruella from NARS. A little gloss in the center, not all over the place. We don't need to look like we just ran into a gloss factory with our lips. We just need a little bit here, here, and here. 3 spaces. 1, 2, and 3. Very, very simple. Thank you for playing. Thank you for watching another Beauty Bartender. Cheers. And remember, keep it simple, stupid. Oh, I hate that. I hate lipstick on the edges of things. I need to buy like stock and straws. I also like Makeup Forever's Sensitize, which is an eye makeup remover. Oh, man.